mm.
What up, though? What up, though? We in this piece. What's the deal? What's the deal? You know what's for real. We up. Oh, 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 oh. Break it down. 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 Break it down.
Boom, 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 boom. Boom, 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 boom.
Yo, we can take that on the road, young boy. We can
You
take
feel
that on
me?
the road.
OG and young boy.
We can take that straight on the road.
Boom, boom,
Man.
Man, what up? I want to introduce to the world OG, the floating face, y'all. That brother is a woo. I emerged from the darkness. I'm doing the voiceover for you. I emerged with.
You ready?
Yep. I emerged from the darkness to come to you live at 9 p.m. via the Mask Off Podcast. Evil laugh. Mo ha 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 ha. Mo ha 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 ha. Mo.
Oh man. How you doing, my brother?
Man, I'm feeling good, man. My beard is coming back a little bit.
Yeah, man. You had the young boy joint going on. What was the after school special teacher?
I'm looking older and younger at the same time. That's what I feel like.
You know what I'm saying? What was you? You was camp counselor Kurt. You know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? You was after school counselor Kurt. You know what I mean? You want to, hey buddy, look, I caught you guys in the bathroom smoking marijuana.
Hey pal, hey, no. I don't want to snitch, but it is my job.
Here's what we could do. You guys can write your best rap about what you did. And then from there, we're going to have a battle off.
You're going to battle me for your freedom.
Sounds like racism all over again.
Yo, man. Yeah, I'm feeling good, though, man. I had a dope week. A real good week, actually. I got a new vehicle. Got a new vehicle this week. Yeah. Man.
A new beach cruiser?
A new cruiser, you know what I'm saying? Some a little more spacious for your boy, you feel me? So
oh, you got a minivan.
Something like it.
Hold on, wait a minute. You can't say if it's a minivan or not?
It's a SUV type, body type, you know what I'm saying?
That sounds like a PT Cruiser. Is that a PT Cruiser?
Hey man, I can't let the streets know exactly what I'm driving. You know what I'm saying?
Look, bro. This mask off, baby. They see you in the street with a PT Cruiser. All they got to do is just support because you are an artist.
Woo-hoo.
You are an artist trying to make a difference.
Woo-hoo. So I know the feds be watching too, though, man. You know what I'm saying?
Feds be watching. That's right. They do. And they be
home. Yeah, man. Dropped the new whip. My old one went out on me, and God is so good. Had a phone call come through, like, "Hey, I'm selling my whip. You want it?" I said, "Yes, I do."
That's super dope, bro. That's super dope. Man. That's super dope, man.
Major blessing, brother. Had a about to say Beat the Streets. We got Beat the Streets coming up next week, which I play Counselor Jones. So when you said Counselor earlier, I was like, on to something. Play Counselor Jones in the Beat the Streets play next week. But yeah, I had some murder mystery shows today. So.
Oh, word. That's what's up. You jumping in my side of the game, murder mystery. You know what I'm saying?
What company is that through you do it with?
I do it with the dinner detectives. You know what I mean?
Okay. Yeah, we do
We
it through
out
the
of
merch.
we out of Troy at the Embassy Suites.
Oh, so y'all be there that whole time? I mean, y'all be there all the time?
Sometimes we got private shows. Private shows we
Okay.
go to different places. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
mine's through American Immersive Theater.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
I may have to get down and see how you get down.
Yeah, we
That's my
made
forte. That's my thing. You'll be sitting at a table with me and you got no clue that I may be the killer. You know what I mean? Or you got no clue I'm even a part of it. Like I take over the table. The table it turns into my party. Like we have a good time. Like you had so much of a good time, you don't even know. You get wrapped up in. You're not the killer. You're just such a nice guy. You know what I mean? And then I hit him at the end. You're fucking right. I did it, and I'll do it again. And they're like, "Oh no, you're not killer. Dude, I know."
you fucking right.
Yeah.
And I do it again.
Yeah, that's what I hit him with. That'd be the heavy one right there. You're fucking right. I did it.
In ours, how many actors be on y'all show?
It varies. It
Okay.
varies.
Yeah,
It
I'm
varies.
I'm I'm intrigued, man. Cause we usually run like 3 to 4 actor shows, 2 people shows, 1 people shows. So
I don't know how
it's
y'all doing a murder mystery like that.
because we make the people the suspects.
Oh no.
Yeah. So it's interactive. Yeah.
Ours is interactive too, but
Hmm.
ours is interactive on a level. We got a script, but you don't know what's happening within that script because you caught up in it. You're part of it.
Exactly.
I mean,
Exactly.
so but y'all sound like y'all doing y'all a little bit different, and that's cool. I
Yeah,
mean,
it is.
everybody got their own twist on how they do things.
Yeah, I had 2 this week. I had one Monday. No, one Wednesday. Tuesday? Tuesday. Tuesday was Tuesday. That I played the lead role in that one. That one we killed that one for sure. That one was
That's what's
fun.
up. That's
And
what's
people
up.
was impressed with me too, man. You can feel the energy. I love after a show that you kill and you get them handshakes. Like, really good job. Oh, 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 how long you been doing this? And
Yeah, yeah.
I'm,
I know. I
I'm
know that feeling. I know that feeling. They come up to you. I had no clue. I didn't know nothing. You
how,
in this? You
how'd you how,
doing this?
how'd you do me like that?
Oh my god! Give me your number because I wanna get a part of this.
Give
That's
me your
always next.
number.
I want to be
Yeah,
a part of this. Like
sign me up, man. Sign
sign
me
me
up.
up. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna tell my cousin Geraldine about this.
Geraldine need to know about this now.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Ger-
Yeah, man. How was your week, man?
Man, my week was fantastic. It was fantastic. Um, Me and the missus, we just started getting into Yellowstone. It's a TV show, and I didn't think I would like it because
Is
it's
that with the
like,
horses?
yep, and that's the reason why I didn't think I would like it. But I found myself drawn to it. You know what I'm saying? I found myself drawn to it, and I'm in the process of binge watching this joint with her.
It's kind of cheesy but intriguing at the same time.
It's not even cheesy. It's
Mm,
like some cowboys in Montana and they close to reservations and Indian reservations, and the Indians' position is y'all motherfuckers took my land and I'm trying to get my land back, and they shit like it's our shit, you know. That's just what it is. It's our shit, and the scheming and the manipulation and all that shit is I like that. I like that drama in a TV show. So I've been
okay.
watching. That was yesterday. We started watching that, but earlier this week things were going great. Um, at the job, we getting a lot of toys coming up. We're working with the Friends of the Foster Care. And we getting a lot of toys for kids in the foster care department, and we making sure they squared away for the summertime because a lot of people don't realize these kids out here today that's trapped up in their parents' crap. They still need to enjoy a holiday, and we're
Yeah,
trying to give them the best holiday they can possibly get.
I
You
love
know,
that, OG.
yeah. So
I'm
it's
gonna make it
hard
happen.
work. It's hard
Somebody
work.
got to do it. Somebody got to do it.
Somebody got to do it. Somebody got to do it. You know,
You got to say it twice. Got to say it twice.
gotta say it as many times that make you feel like we doing it. Yep, yep. So as far as creatively, what have I done? I've been piecing together my little setup in the basement. As you see, I'm in the basement, and I've been trying to piece together things in the basement to give me that. Did I tell you that I'm obsessed with these desktop setups that they show on YouTube?
I think you did tell me about that. Yeah.
So I like, when they display everything they got, like they got like the newest MacBook and a 34-inch monitor, and you know the latest and the greatest. I don't have necessarily the latest and the greatest, but I have some things, and I'm setting my setup up, and once I get everything together, I'm going to turn it into a slash musical studio slash uh podcasting studio. So I'm
Mm.
working on that, and just plugging it away at it, man. Trying to stay focused, trying to stay busy, doing things that keeps me focused. How about you? How was your week?
Good, bro. Just rocking out shows. You feel me? I went first already. You done went so long, you forgot I went.
Yeah, look at that. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
it's 11 minutes in, 12 minutes in. So you know what we do? We might as well hit that motivation. Let's go.
yeah, man. Today's motivational minute is that the truth hurts. So please don't rub it in. Nah, all jokes aside, the truth does hurt, but the quicker you face the truth and face the reality, you control our perspective of the truth. Truth is the truth. Face the truth, handle the truth, don't let the truth. Truth hurts less when you perceive it differently. It may be something that you need to work on, but if you have the perception that this is something you can get through, you're gonna get through it. If you have the perception that it's something insurmountable that you can't get through it, you're gonna feel like you can't get through it. So don't ignore the truth, but change your perception of it so that you can get through it and not get stuck in it. It's motivational minute.
They say the truth hurts, so go to church. So I never really
Truth hurts.
understood that phrase. It's just a good phrase that rhymes. Truth hurts, go to church, repent for whatever it is. I guess that's what they was alluding to. But that correlates to what I was talking about off camera, bro. Like, you
Mm-hmm.
know, I be on Facebook like everybody be on Facebook.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, topics in Facebook that's floating around today. We just had the Brittany Griner situation
Mm-hmm.
arise. And a lot of people are indifferent as to her being released and coming
Mm-hmm.
back, or she should have stayed. So a lot of people opinion, especially in the black community, is like, oh my God, they free Britney, and other people are like, well, they just let loose a stone cold killer for a 7-foot entertainer. How does it correlate? And I had my voices of opinions to people, and I got blocked.
Mm.
So, in my opinion, sometimes it may be very direct, and people may not be able to handle that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And that correlates to that truth piece, man. Like, people, you don't always have to agree with me about things, and I don't necessarily have to agree with you. But this is a prime example as to why when we bring things to the table, we never have a medium to where we learn to disagree, learn to agree to
Mm.
disagree.
Mm.
It's easy to
Yeah.
press a button. If I don't agree with Malachi say, I can eat.
Like it would have been the opposite. You would have kicked me out, right? Think you did that wrong.
What? No, I did that right. I took myself.
Or you removed yourself?
Yeah, I removed myself. Or if I didn't like what you said or whatever, I could just remove you.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's and they people today look at that as, you know what? I don't have to hear the negative energy.
I'm cutting you off and blocking you. Yeah.
Yeah, you know,
So.
and I'm like, negative energy ain't even negative if it's. I guess the negative energy is something you choose to not want to hear. That makes it
Mm,
negative. You know what I mean?
mm,
We live in such a politic politi- polit, politically correct society that you have to walk on eggshells because there's a point where you don't know who you're offending.
mm-hmm,
Now I could be offending somebody saying like she should have stayed over there. It was somebody should have came before her. You know what I
mm-hmm,
mean? She went there, she tried to clearly do something she had no business doing. They hit her with 9 years. It's a little excessive, I get it, but you in another country. You do what they tell you to do in another country. You don't do what the fuck you want to do. But she chose to figure out that she's gonna do what she want to do. And you gotta atone for that. You know what I mean? Whether it was fair, unfair, those are their rules. I think what they did was play their hand, and because today's society, this presidency, it's more forgiving for a lot of it's the to be honest, the women's movement. He's put a lot of women in office. You know what I'm saying? He support LGBTQ real heavy. All these things are a factor as to why it was evident that they were pushing to get her away from over there, opposed to playing chess with this guy, because he's playing chess. He got one of his top people, you know what I mean, that make all these bombs and stuff out of here, or who's an arms dealer. Come on, bro. It makes no sense to me. I don't know.
mm-hmm. Yeah. So that makes sense. It
I get it. I said some things. I said some things.
which is okay though, but it's like it makes you think. And that's what the truth should do. It should put a mirror up to really see how you feel. And when United States gets a mirror put in their face, and no, so I mean, it's like when you put them against each other, the criminal for the criminal, it don't match. It don't match at all. Like nowhere near is that the exact penalty. So it's like they're they're using anything they can to get through the mud, get through the mail. You know what I'm saying? So I mean, first of all, she shouldn't even have been locked up for that long, for that much time, for all that. Like,
I mean, that's true, but at the same time, you're in another country trying to do what you want to do. You know what I mean? So you know what I mean? Like, she lucky she wanted in somewhere like Senegal where they cut off your fucking hands. You know what I mean? Like, come on, bro. Like, you you play the game they play, man. You know what I'm saying? And I can argue, someone can argue me up and down, because when LeVar Ball's son went over to a foreign country and he got caught up in some mess,
mm-hmm,
it didn't take long for President Trump to go get him up out of that situation. You know what I mean?
mm-hmm,
And it took like what, 9 months to get her. And
yeah,
in the process of them getting her, they kept talking about. Remember, they were saying like, if this was LeBron, it'd be different. LeBron don't got nothing to do with this. Don't throw LeBron in this. You know
mm-hmm.
what I mean? But that's the standard. That's the standard they
I
utilize.
mean, to their point, I do feel like if it was a higher up male athlete, yeah, it would not have been the same issue.
Look, follow the rules, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You on foreign soil. I'm doing everything they tell me to do. You know what I mean? So we in it heavy. You know what I'm saying? It's me and you, young boy, as what we do. Just what we do. This is Mask Off, episode 132 in the news. So today we covering topics that we felt was heavy in the news, man. I don't see nothing going on with the chat right now. You know what I
Yeah, I
mean?
don't either.
You know what I mean? So what we gonna do? We gonna keep it moving. You know what I mean? So let's do that. Are you with it?
Yeah, I'm with it, man.
Let's hit this group discussion, man. Like so, there's a 10-year-old that was in Wisconsin. You know what I
Mm.
mean? Wisconsin. I want to say Madison, Wisconsin. And this 10-year-old, he he had a situation with his mom, single parent mom. He wanted to get a virtual RV set.
VR. Hmm.
Expensive. Mom say, nah, not right now. I can't afford it. You know what I mean? Call your dad or blah blah blah, whatever she said. I cannot get into it right now. You know what I mean? I can't do it. I got bills to pay. I gotta put food on the table. You know what I mean? So relax, ease up, young boy. Young boys say, fuck that. One to the dome. Killed mom over virtual reality set. So he initially lied and said that the gun went off accidentally. And then he confessed to his grandma and said that he did it on purpose. Um, it came out that days before they had a camera set in the house. Somebody unplugged the camera set. You know what I mean? It also came out that this wasn't the first time this kid has had anger issues. The family already know about the kid. The kid clicks out. At 10 years old, he'll have like temper tantrums, and get to fighting his mom and all this shit. And I want to raise the question to you. Before I get to the point where when mom get popped, what do you do with a kid like that? You know what I'm saying? Obviously, there's no guidance in the home. Mom don't got no type of support with the young boy. The mom scared, the auntie scared, the grandma scared. He terrorizing everybody. He like Chucky in the dial. You know what I mean? What do you do? What do you do?
10 years old, man.
10 years old.
That child needs some therapy. And
You said
sometimes
what?
therapy, huh?
You said what?
So that child needs some therapy. And sometimes therapy means physical therapy. A child needs some good physical therapy. Like
So I'm
the
gonna
only
interpret
way,
that.
huh?
I'm gonna interpret that. It sounds like you saying he need his ass whooped. He need his ass whooped. So
Absolutely. I mean, at this point, some extensive therapy over time will help, but he just need to know that he not the strongest man in the world. Like, cause that right now that's what he feel. He feel like he untouchable. And you gotta
well,
get touched to know you not untouchable.
well, not right now. He's behind bars, and they are trying him as an adult.
Good.
So that's the first time ever that you've had a 10-year-old tried as an adult in Madison, Wisconsin.
That's
So
good. That's good. That's what they need. They should. That little boy knew what he was doing.
my
He
question, whether he knew what he was doing, do you think people can be possessed? And I mean
absolutely.
that so sincerely. Do you think
Absolutely.
do you think that somebody can be ran over by a spirit and how can I put it? Um uh be utilized for whatever those spirits want you to do.
Man, I'm gonna tell you like this, bro. I got a secret for you, bro. Everybody possessed. We're all moving and pulsating based upon a certain spirit in our body. Whether that's the spirit of creativity, the spirit of hate, the spirit of love, the spirit of envy, the spirit of jealousy, the spirit of work, the spirit of discipline. Everything is moving. That's how we move is through the spirit. We just so happen to be moving these bodies through a spirit though. So we all possessed, man. We all possessed by something. And that's on us to choose what you want to be used by. So
You say it's on us to choose what we want to be used by.
yeah, man, we all gonna be moved by something. Like just like when somebody gets murder in their mind or in their eyes or in their heart, that's the spirit of murder. It's the spirit of vengeance that took over. And it's gonna accomplish what it purposes to do. Like that's how you feel. You like, no, I'm about to. Or the same thing when you buy a gift for somebody, like you're pushed by this spirit of love, this spirit of giving. Like, man, I don't care what I gotta do to buy this gift. I'm gonna buy this gift. I'm gonna make this person feel good. Like everything is moved by everything moves through the spirit realm first. That's why we think first. We think and then we move. You don't just move. You be like, I should go kill that person. Pop. Like, you know what I'm saying? Because the spirit came in and hit you. You thought you did the action, good or bad. That's everything come from the spirit.
And you know what? I agree with you. And it made me think about this isn't the first 10-year-old that has done this in this way. You know what I mean? And in both cases, they all young boys. You know what I mean? The first guy was African American young boy.
Mm-hmm.
The second boy was Caucasian. So it don't really matter. And I've heard people say we're moved and we are guided by spirits, principles, and palities,
Principalities
principalities that we may or may not be able to see,
in the
which would mean
unseen world.
spirits in
Yep.
another realm, another world.
Yep.
And it's crazy. Like this whole boy, like the whole family knew this boy was like a whole little demon. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? So I'm
So
wondering if ass whoopings would even matter. You know what I mean? Like,
so so this the thing. Like with that, you're right, and I agree. And I'll say that because that boy did not just start that like this at 10 years old. He was on the terror from when he came out the womb. And because there was no redirection and no correction away from that spirit, then yes, the spirit festered into being able to do on its own. You know what I'm saying? Like, and that's why you have to be trained. Like, that's why people come out a certain way. Yeah, you may have something on you from the jump, but you got to be retrained. You got to retrain your mind. Just like a negative person. If you've been negative all your life, you trying to break that mold, you have to retrain. So that child that had no training the way he should have went. Certainly there was no guidance, the proper guidance. You know what I'm saying. So that by the time he 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, he's been trained. This positive versus, man, you can have what you want, you can do what you want. You know, you could say what you want. Like a lot of times that it's like a balance that children need to have, and having um of being led, but also having just a form of independence. A lot of times, children have full independence early on, and that's not good. It's too much at that time. They're making too many decisions early on, so they feel like that's just how the world goes. Whatever I say goes. Like you got to know that it may not go your way, and that's when your parents say no. Like my parents raised me that they wasn't just saying yes to every single thing. So I knew I had to have certain things in place to get what I wanted. It just wasn't just gonna come to me. A lot of times, children these days they just get what they want off the GP, just off whatever, and you build up this notion that that's how the world works. I want it, I get it. Which yeah, but you gotta have some work in. You gotta put the work into it to get that.
most people don't put the work in. We talked about that a lot of times, bro. When it
Absolutely.
comes to putting work in, uh, that work it don't just transcend yourself; it transcends to your kids.
Right.
I mean,
Yeah. So that boy needed some guidance from the drunk, from the dribble. Like yeah. Other than that, everybody gonna be a demon. Yeah. If you ain't trained, the world is evil. So it's like if you're not trained properly, you gonna turn out like that. Yes, you will.
so on another note, man, let's talk. What's in the news? What's in the news? It's in the news, and I'm seeing that Will Smith came out with a new movie, Emancipation, the Emancipation Proclamation. So, how do you feel about slave movies right now? You think this is a good fit for Will? You know, like does this put him
Yeah, I
back
do
in the
feel like it's.
graces of Black America?
You said what about Black America?
Does this put him in the graces of Black America, or did we lose Will? You know what I mean? Did people like you did some sucker shit? I'm for one that thought what he did was some sucker shit. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Um, do you think that this movie is going to get a good following? You know what I'm saying? Because of it's Will Smith, or you think people ain't really rocking with him like that?
I think it's a mix. I feel like you got your diehard Will Smith fans. You got your people that don't respect what he did as a man and now see him different. You have your people that felt bad about it initially, but have forgiven him. So I feel like I mean, you always take a hit, but at the same time you take a hit, it's the other side that people be like, "Yo, I didn't even know who Will Smith was, but I liked it, man. Nah, he slapped somebody on TV. He a G. You got somebody thinking like that. So I don't feel like it took that much of a hit where it destroyed his legacy. Um, as far as the movie itself goes, and when it comes to slave movies, I'm a little like in the on the fence because I want the conversation to keep being spoke about. I don't want us to forget about our history. But a part of me is also like, all right, that's enough. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in the middle. I'm in the middle. I also feel like that's enough, but I also feel like it's not enough. You know what I'm saying? I like Will Smith in this light because this is not what you used to. Will, you used to seeing him in roles of glory and of triumph, or just power in different ways. But for him to be a slave, like the lowest of the low. So, and from the trailers and things that I've seen, well, he played the character really well too. So I overall I salute the move. I like the move.
Um, I feel like he did some sucker shit, and fans they do one or two things: either ride out for him or don't ride at all. You know what I mean? They go or they don't go. So on that note, and you was talking about legacy and fans and stuff like that. Today was an interesting day in music, and I say that to say because R. Kelly dropped a new album today.
No, what's your opinion of the movie first though?
Oh, my opinion of the movie, I haven't physically seen the movie yet, but
I mean, I mean, I mean, slave movie. That's what you was asking.
as far as slave movies, bro, I'm so over us being depicted in that typecast role. You know what I mean? And I know it depicts what history is, but it's a lot of us that wasn't slaves too. Or
Okay.
they don't show a uprising of people that was fighting against slavery. Like we didn't
Mm,
we didn't have a gazillion people just bowing down and just saying,
mm-hmm.
fuck it, we just gonna be slaves. No, it
Okay.
was a lot of uprising. You know what I mean? It was a lot of fucking people saying, no, this ain't what the fuck I'm doing. I don't give a fuck if I'm over here. Any moment I get, I'm retaliating. Retaliation is a must. You know what I mean? So I would want to see that. You know what I mean? I would want to see more of the Nat Turner movies. You know what I'm saying? Where it show us going, you know what? Fuck that. Kill or be killed. You know what I
I
mean?
like that. I
You
like
know what I
that.
mean? I like that concept opposed to Massa, don't whip me no more. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
And some white hope come save the day. And, thanks to Sarah or Bob or Bill, things change
Mm-hmm.
because this slave leaned on them to get the job done. You know what I mean? No.
That's a good point, OG. Good point. Show the other sides of it. I
Yeah.
agree with that. Okay.
So so as I
You
was
you can go ahead now. See, but you see, I was gonna miss out that opinion. That's what I want. You're gonna just
thank you, I
ask me
appreciate
and
it.
keep it moving.
You know what I mean? Thank you. I appreciate it. As I was saying, your boy, he dropped. Well, he didn't drop it. I'm sure his camp dropped something day on Apple Music, and most places today, which was the R. Kelly album. You know what I mean?
Mm,
And you talked about legacy and his. You want to talk about him, but you was talking about Will's legacy, and I want to speak on R. Kelly's legacy. What I'm finding through social media, a lot of people are separating the two, the man from the music.
mm,
You know what I mean? So, and on my timeline, there's a big, big, big situation brewing about, well, he had an album, the album was fire. You know what I mean? Uh, them girls knew what was going on, blah, 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 blah. So, come to find out later in the day, Apple Music took that album down.
mm.
So, I don't know. Could it be too soon to even do it? You know what I mean? So, I don't know. What's your take on it?
First of all, if people dropping albums from jail, you can do whatever when you free. Like, come on. So don't ever stop creating. That's what I take from this. Don't allow the mistakes of your past. I'm really not being insensitive at all, but it's no excuse for people that's free. Like, it's not. Now, when it comes to R. Kelly particularly, I personally never really been a fan. I'm definitely not a fan of what he did, and to me, it's hard to separate the man from the mystery, if you will. It's hard for me to do that. So
That's
I have a nasty taste in my mouth when it comes to R. Kelly.
history does two things. Either you remember or you have no clue what happened in history. Um, with several people that I love and adore, let's just say Marvin Gaye. Marvin Gaye did a lot of suspect shit back in the day. Elvis Presley did a lot of suspect shit back in the day. You know what I mean? These people were in the limelight for their suspect activity. Like
Mm,
he married, let's just say Marvin Gaye married uh, a girl who's like 25, 30 years uh, between them. You know what I mean? His second wife, Janice. And she was like 16, 17, had to get permission. This dude was like in his 30s, 40s. Had to get permission from his mom to marry her. Yeah, you don't know that because that's not what history shows you about these people. Uh will R. Kelly get swept under the rug as far as us being in history? He gets out in 30 years. So I don't think your generation after you would be like, who is R. Kelly? Like, what is that? You know what I mean? But it's so weird that when he got locked up, they started doing TikTok dances off his music.
mm.
So I don't
Profiting. That's
profits.
because most people do separate the man from the art. Like, I mean, we can go a lot when it comes to like athletes, rappers, entertainers, comedians,
Yeah, look at
people.
Kodak Black. Kodak Black. That's a prime example too. He was dealing with young girls, and he's still in the limelight. Kodak Black. What's the other boy? Hibachi. Uh, Takashi.
Takashi 6ix9ine.
Yeah, he got caught out there with sexual assault. You know what I mean? Young
Yeah,
June.
they sweep that under the rug, man. They don't really like keep that in the forefront, but it's different with them rappers. Though they want to keep the rappers' image as dirty, clean as they can, so people can keep looking up to them and they can keep feeding that machine. Hip hop is one of the biggest destructive tools used against us. Okay,
Yeah, most definitely. Most
hip hop
definitely.
in the media.
hip hop and the media, and whether it's controlled by entity or not, we know that it does not necessarily agree with us as Black Americans.
Absolutely.
They
Absolutely.
they feed
It doesn't
off
it
our
doesn't coincide with us winning.
at all, at all, at all. It doesn't. Um, as you heard me before
So
the
two
show,
thumbs down on R. Kelly's album, just so you know.
uh,
I ain't heard it, but just the fact of
I
I
listened
can't.
to it today, and to be honest with you, it was a lot of songs on there. You was like, Kels, what are you doing? You know what I mean? So it was really, to be honest with you, only one song that I've heard before that they put on the album. Now I was like, all right, cool, whatever. I'm one of the ones that separate the music from the man, and you
I
can
can
get mad
tell.
at me, but I
I
grew
can
up
tell.
listening to him. You know what I mean? So that's like somebody listening to this artist called Marvin Cease, and he got this nasty ass song called Candy Liquor. Most people that listen to the blues know this song, and you like, it's so disgusting. That's the thing with R. Kelly. Like, this shit is a train wreck, but you can't run away from it. You know what I mean? That's the toxicity of it. You know what I mean? His music per se, not what he did.
Hmm.
Thumbs
Hmm.
completely down for what he did. I don't fuck with that at all. You know what I mean? But I think it's a lot of people that wasn't being accountable should have been accountable for what transpired, and they just all put it on him, and that's unfair because this dude, he had a whole machine operation. You know what I mean? Like, it was prison pedophile pipeline he had popping off. You know what I mean?
Mm.
But on another note, different music came out too. I was saying before we started the show, I was listening to some SZA, and I'm gonna tell you this, man. She got she got a bunch of tracks, right? She got a bunch of tracks on there. I
On her
want to
new
say,
album.
huh?
On her new album.
On her new album, she got a bunch of tracks. It's called SOS. She has 23 tracks on there.
Classic.
Ask me how many worth listening to.
How many were listening to, Tom?
In my opinion, three, three, three.
Interesting, man. You bring up an artist that you like but don't like, and an album that you only like for 10% of it.
Because there's a point where I become disappointed, bro. Because the disappointment comes in when you say there's talent, but it's not displayed. Like, if you go back to my era, the '90s, right? We had Whitney Houston, we had Mariah Carey, we had Brandy, we had Jade, Monica, all these women that was singing, Janet Jackson, and then it was a shift, bro. They started whispering, you know what I mean? And Janet Jackson started whispering, Mariah Carey started whispering, you know, Aaliyah started doing the whispering, you know what I mean? And fast forward today now, we got everybody tweaking the auto tone so they sound like chipmunks. You know what I mean? So this person, SZA, she sounds just like um what's the other girl name? What's that other girl, bro? You know that girl. She from down south. Summer Walker. She sound like Summer Walker. And all these women, they tweaking the volume on that John, and it's like
So, so what made you an initial fan of hers?
I listened to that last album. That last album had great production on it. So that's
Not
what made
her
Not her vocals at all. Her vocals always been sucky sucks up. You know what I mean?
So you became a fan of an artist based on the producer versus just becoming a fan of the producer.
Bro, a lot of work today. That's my forte. I like the production. I don't like the
So why don't you
artist.
just listen to beats all day, then? Nigga?
No, but it's more than beats. It's the instrumentation. Like after a while, I got tired of listening to Kendrick. You know what I mean? And his live band is really what draws me to watch live instrumentation with him, like live concerts with him. Like he currently now has a concert on Apple, not Apple, but Amazon Prime. If you go on Amazon Prime, you'll watch his live concert. And that shit is so fucking boring. He's I don't know if you see him. He does that shit for an hour and 58 minutes in leathers. Rich nigga. Still phone. Trying to get save home. Oh, bitch, I'm attractive. I can't fuck with you more, bitch. I'm fasted. Ugh. Ugh. This nigga said, ugh. You know what I mean? So, you know, I listen to like I'm a musician first before anything, bro. So, you know, I give love to the instrumentation and the musician. Like I think a lot of these musicians nowadays are making these artists be interested because they're not interested.
Got you.
No?
Huh? I'm not a big fan of R&B itself. Like I love to hear it, but I don't really intentionally go and listen to it myself.
Okay.
But
All
I got
right.
an article I want to mention. 18-year-old Jalen Smith, a black man, elected as mayor in Little Rock, Arkansas.
No, this is Earl, Arkansas.
I'm sorry, Earl, Arkansas. 18 years old, man, straight out of high school, and he a young black man. 18 is young. Like I'm 27 and I'm a young black man, and I can't right now see myself being mayor.
I was
So
gonna
he
say
eight.
you don't find anything wrong with that?
I kind of do. I think that's a little too young. I think that's
I don't think that the boy experienced anything. You know what I mean? So that's my whole thing. He hasn't really experienced anything for him to even be elected. So it's letting me know that um it was some tough decisions that need to be made in Earl, Arkansas. At 15, he really fascinated the people at 15, 16, 17 to where they said, you know what? I'm going with this kid. I'm going with this kid.
right. Young man, for real.
Young man.
That's too young. That's really too young. Like you said, they've been had to have his eye on him. And I mean, I love it at the same time, but it's a reason that they stopped letting people in the league at 18. You know what I'm saying? It's just like my man can't even drink. You know what I'm saying? He can't. If they got a conference in a bar, he can't legally be in there. You know what I'm saying? So
He handling this shit from a Zoom meeting. You know, and I'm not knocking him. You know, power to him if he got it. You know what I mean? You can't knock it. You know what I'm saying? Like that's a win for Arkansas, Little Earl, Arkansas. That's a win for black people. But how much of a win is it though? Like, and what party do we represent? Do we represent a Democratic Party or Republican Party, what they grooming him up for. That's another thing.
Mm,
Because if
mm,
you that young, someone's grooming you to do something.
mm. Interesting.
That's something to think about,
You
man.
think you don't think this all him?
I don't think so, bro. Because you need other people to push behind you when it comes to you becoming a mayor. You know
Yeah,
what I
true. He
mean?
got a lot of people behind him if you mayor.
Yeah, you got look at Kwame. Kwame had a gazillion. He had to get vetted before he got in office, meaning that everybody that was somebody in the political circle in Detroit at that time had to vet him. So who's vetting that young man down there?
But everybody give him the nod, like, yeah, he good. He good.
And why are they giving him the nod? That's the real question. Why are they giving him the nod at 18? You know what I mean?
Good question.
That's
Something
my
to make you
question.
go,
Hmm.
Hey, but congrats to the young bull, man. Congrats to the young bull, for real. Hey, I pray he keep his head strong and he stay on the path that he wanted to be on.
Yeah, that'd be dope. That'd be dope. I've heard of young mayors. Like it was one that was in California, in a small place in California, like Upper California, near the Bay Area. But he was in his
Okay.
early 20s. You know what I'm
Okay.
saying? They I think what's the guy? I'm about to butcher this dude name. I want to say Kajani Coates. He did a documentary on the ball, young ball.
Okay. I got it was it's I don't know if this name's everybody, but we got this was in the same article. It's Michael Sessions, uh, 2005. He was 18. Hillsdale, Michigan. John Taylor, he was 19 in Muskegon, Oklahoma. So it's probably some more in there.
Yeah, it's probably some more. But we talking about in the news today, in the news yesterday, in the news this week. These are some of the things, man. Before we go, I want to talk about how Nike just said, "Fuck you, Kyrie. We're not sponsoring you no more." And Kyrie said, "You know what? I'm gonna give a small brand some love." He pulled up on the court with some grandpa socks and some Skechers on. Put in work in them Skechers, all black Skechers. You know what I'm saying? And you gotta love it. You gotta love it.
Hey, yeah, forget Nike, man. I'm starting to really not rock with them. But on another note, congratulations to you, OG. I don't
Me?
know. Yeah, you got a premiere coming up. You
I do, don't I?
got a premiere coming up. Quick Money will be premiering December 18th.
Quick
Shout
money,
out to the
baby.
O. Shout out to the OG. He got an appearance in that boy, man, holding it down. Is
Dude.
this your first feature film that you were involved in?
Yes, it is. Yes, it is. Shout out to Aria. Aria,
Big
she opened the door for me. You know what I'm saying? I
big things
told her when
popping.
everything gets situated, man, it's time for me to get some parts. They know where to
Yeah,
look.
big things popping, man. So keep it up, man. Congratulations.
Thank you. Also, before we roll up out of here, man, I want your thoughts on Deion Sanders leaving Jackson State University to going to Colorado, University of Colorado. What's your thoughts, young bull?
First of all, huge Deion Sanders fan. Um, huge Deion Sanders fan. Initially, I was upset at the decision, but upon further research, there was a lot of underlining happenings on Jackson State's behalf. Some things that were promised weren't given. Yeah, I don't know if you knew about this stuff.
Let me know what happened.
All right, so there were certain financial contracts and obligations that were supposed to be made from to Dion and the coaching staff. They weren't. I don't know to the extent, but these were some of the things happening. Dion had to come out of a lot of money to actually do some of the things that he was doing because the school wasn't trying to back him financially like he needed. Um, Same when it comes to the facility being updated and stuff, they weren't trying. He just got a lot of pushback on a lot of stuff that he was trying to do, and get people properly paid and even fed. He said sometimes he had to keep his players fed out of his own pocket. So even something with the TV contract, they were supposed to get a certain percentage of that. That wasn't done. So it was a lot of Jackson State mishandled a lot of things on their end, and Dion got another call with some people that's willing to make it happen, whatever he want to make happen. So I'm with it, man. I'm with it. If Jackson
And
State was really taking care of him, he would have stayed. Come on now.
I keep hearing how they was putting that man in harm's way. Like the first week he was there, they broke into his facility. You
Mm-hmm.
know what I mean? Took his shit, and like this last week before he left, it was a murder like near that campus. 3 found dead. That's the information I heard.
Mm.
So I got my son down here, my son's down here, and I'm not only putting myself in harm's way, but I'm putting my kids in harm's way. It's time to go. You know what I mean? And people looked at it like he's selling out the culture of HBCU, whoop whoop. But it's different people that move differently. When you get Deion Sanders, you already know you getting prime time. So prime time move the way prime time moves. You
Come
know what I
on
mean?
now.
He moved, with a squad. You know what I mean? And he loud and he energetic. He do X, Y, and Z. Eddie George don't move like that. You know what I'm saying? Eddie George, I don't know if you're familiar with him. He played for the Tennessee Titans, Houston Oilers, also Ohio State Buckeyes, and he got a position at an HBCU. He moved differently. He moved quietly. That's not the way he moved. And the coaches was hating on him.
Mm.
Coaches, you know what I mean? I don't know if you remember that where the coach was like, "You ain't HBCU." I don't know what the fuck that mean. He said, "I'm down here competing. You acting like we in a gang. We ain't no gang.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He said who ain't swag?
You ain't
Yeah.
swag,
Who ain't swag, baby?
baby.
They got
I
that
am.
whole dance.
Yeah,
Who ain't swag? If I ain't swag,
I
swag
mean,
the remix god.
and then that that goes back to our people, man. Our people, our people, our people, our people, our people. If it's not going the way they want it to go, they're going to shit on it. They shitting on it with him there. Now they shitting on it even more because he left. Chuck the deuces. I'm out. You know what I mean? I'm out. Ain't nothing to talk about. Y'all niggas ain't my friends. You know what I mean? And he going up there and getting that love, getting that predominantly white institution love. You know what I'm saying? Because they got
And
that
getting that
money.
backing too. Yeah.
Yep.
And it ain't even about like with him, it's about the money that he can get, but it's more so about the money that he can have available to him to do what he got to do and do what he has planned. You know what I'm saying?
I don't think he would be as successful as he was if he didn't have that portal to back him up. That college portal. And everybody who's not familiar with that college portal is you can be a college football player and play for, let's just say, Wayne State, and then transfer to somewhere like Colorado. You know what I mean? You don't have to be necessarily committed to a school for 4 years. You can
Mm.
opt to transfer and still be eligible to play. So that when they did that portal, that
Changed
opened
the
up the
game.
floodgates for a lot of teams, man. That's why
Changed the game.
Alabama wasn't what they was this year because
Mm.
you saw a lot of people that would have been sitting behind other people go somewhere else and became top notch.
Yeah. I mean, I ain't about to sit up here. I'm about to transfer. Man.
You
And
sitting
I ain't gotta.
behind
And
you
I ain't
sit,
gotta wait. Man, I'm
yeah,
out.
you sitting behind somebody for 2 years. You become a junior. You get hurt. Now you still waiting and sitting. Then you come back your senior year. Most of your value is gone. You know what I mean? You want to be playing while you still hot. And I don't know, man. I'm gonna hit you with this one before we roll out of here. I don't know if you heard about your boy Lamar Jackson, quarterback for Baltimore Ravens. He was set to restructure his contract, his rookie contract. At the beginning of the season, he said, "You know what? I'm not going to re-sign with you guys. I'm gonna wait till after we done with this season, and I'm going to talk to y'all then. We're gonna negotiate." So whole time he out there doing what he do. This past week, he got hurt. I think he tore his ACL. Well, negotiations off the table. People don't know basketball and baseball guarantee you contracts. Football, you get no guarantees. So right now, we don't even know what he'd look like as far as coming back and being able to get the money that he would have made if he would have restructured at the top of the year. That's fucked up.
Who advised this? I mean, I know you don't know, but I'm just like, you don't in football. You don't wait. You don't. Ain't no. I'm gonna see after this. I'm gonna see after this game. Ink me up now. Baseball, like you said, baseball. You can. Aaron Judge just got 9-year extension in baseball for something.
That's crazy.
Right.
But you're
When
not getting no 9-year extension in no football period because
that's what I'm
football
saying. That's what I'm saying. The
football is do or
money
die,
longer
baby.
is the money longer and is the way less taxing on your body. Football, man, lock them contracts up because he was already a beast. He was already at the top of the game, like one of the probably top 5 quarterback coming
Yeah,
into this season.
yeah.
You should have been sold that up, bro. Get the maximum you can. Because he already paid his dues. You know what I'm saying? What he been in the league? What 4 years now?
About that. He was coming off that rookie contract.
Yeah, so he should have sold that money up, man. I mean, I don't want to say greed because you want to get all you can, but you gotta know how to game play, man. And football is so unpredictable. Like basketball injuries are one thing, but football injuries are kind of like worse
It's over.
because
It's over. You tore ACL, you done, bro. You done because you know what I mean. An athlete is an athlete, but it's a different type of athlete when you're a football player compared to a basketball player.
absolutely,
You know what I mean,
absolutely.
uh, that's what we got today, man. You know, we went hard, we went heavy. We talked about some things, and we showed up to give the people what they want. You know what this is? This is episode 132 Mask Off. We in the news. You know what I mean? We tapping in, we recapping what they doing. Hey, look. Also, I want to point out too, man, before we let these people go, if you're not a subscriber and you love what we do, go ahead and click that button, dial in every Friday at 9 p.m. and give the people what they want. And that's us, Mask Off Podcast. This is Big Tone, and that's the young boy Malachi. I mean, Malachi, what you got popping this week, bro?
I'm at Punchline Monday, Tuesday. Got Beat the Streets Wednesday and Thursday. I got Murder Mystery Thursday and Friday. Get at me.
And then you back here, so let's
I'm back
let's
here
let's get
Friday.
that popping, man. We gonna keep it going, man. We in the street with the news. Ladies and gentlemen, we up out of here. Take care of yourself. Take care of each other. Peace out.
Breaking news reporting live from Mask Off. We have 2 black men reporting from this news station. More after these messages.